Hey folks, Lignar here. Today I'm doing this little video about Project Zomboid. Not sure how to categorize it, not necessarily a let's play, more of a preview / review. It's a game that's been on Steam since early November, in early access, so the game is in alpha, it's still in development. So keep that in mind. I keep having it in mind as I kind of levy some of the criticisms towards the game, but I know that they're still working on it, and hopefully some of the bugs, or maybe it's UI conflicts, I'm not sure. Hopefully those are getting fixed. There's new features that are coming that they've talked about that are on our roadmap, like multiplayer. Hopefully that means you can team up with some of your friends and help each other survive, like Walking Dead style. Right now you are the sole living human. There are no NPCs in the game that aren't zombies. They say that that's coming. Hopefully that's soon, because I think it'll add a new dynamic to the game. The game's fun as hell. I've played several hours in it already. It's an interesting game. It's a brutal game, and I think that's part of what makes it fun for me. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to do some survival here, and as you can see, I've got a couple saves here, and just so you know, these dates, the developers are not American, so if you're not American, these dates will look perfectly fine to you. If you are an American, it's day, month, year. I looked at this thinking June of 2014 hasn't gotten here yet. So anyway, these are just a couple saves that I have from where I was playing around earlier. Let's just do a new one to show you how that goes. Right now there's only these two maps here in Kentucky. This one's in Knox County. I'm not really sure how to pronounce the name of that town. And this one's in West Point, Kentucky. We're going to go with Knox County here. And then you hit next. It's going to take us to the character creation. You have male or female. It'll generate random names for you. You can type in your own names if you want. You can change your body type around. You can rotate the little dude or gal that's running around. Change your hair type, the hair color, the beard type. I'm not huge on customization of my characters from a visual perspective, especially in games like this. And as you'll see soon, I spend so much time zoomed way out that having this custom look to my character doesn't really do much for me in this type of game. I'm glad that it's there for the folks who do enjoy spending time doing that. And I kind of hope they flesh this out a little bit for the folks who do enjoy doing that. Next, we get into my type of character customization. I typically just leave this alone because I haven't done enough time to kind of min-max this in my mind. You have different professions here. You can be unemployed, which gives you no actual trait. You can be a fire officer, which makes you, as you can see the tooltip, double speed breaking through doors with the axe and a faster axe swing. Axes are nice weapons against zombies. You can be a police officer, which makes you a better shot with a handgun. You can be a park ranger, which makes you an outdoorsman and makes you less susceptible to the elements, which we may get into that. I'm not sure. Basically what that means is sometimes it rains in the game. The weather's dynamic. It goes from day to night, all that kind of stuff. When it rains, your guy doesn't like, or your gal, whichever may be the case, doesn't like being wet. So you need to get indoors, and there are towels in the game for you to dry yourself off. I'm telling you this now without showing it to you in game because I'm not sure we're actually going to see that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll survive for a week, sometimes I'll survive for 10 minutes. So it just kind of depends. Construction worker, you're thick-skinned, which makes you less susceptible to getting bit and scratched. And you're handy, which means you get a bonus to construction. You can build barricades in this game, and a construction worker will give you faster build times. And the security guard, you're a night owl. You require less sleep. You can add some custom traits here. So, like, you can make your guy weak. You can make him a hypochondriac. You can make him an alcoholic. Well, not an alcoholic. I think they call it light drinker. And that gives you more points. So if I wanted to say he's a light drinker, now I've got 2 points to spend. And I could make my little dude here. There's nothing that's 2. So I'm going to have to go something else here. So let's say I can make him short-sighted, which means he can't see quite as far. Now I have 4 points available to spend. Let's see. I think I'm going to make him stout, which is going to give him an extra knockback from melee weapons and increases how much weight he can carry. So let's do that, but let's make him a construction worker with those characteristics. I've never done this before in a game, so let's see how it goes. I didn't add that trait for stout. There we go. So here we go. Let's see how it goes. Has a very ominous beginning here. These are the end times. And this, in my opinion, this is a criticism of the game. This drags out a little too much. Maybe it's because they need to optimize the code while it's generating the map and your loot in the different places you can find loot. This does take a long time for the type of game that at least the appearance that it gives you. The graphics are pretty simplistic, as you saw with the character creation. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just kind of a retro, maybe a 16-bit style, maybe a 32-bit style, like the old Super Nintendo type of thing. I guess that was 16-bit. So I do get a kick out of that. Basically, you move around. You get some control tips here. They tell you not to run because you're going to get tired. You're going to make more noise. They tell you how to, just different tips. I've turned them off. Up here is your inventory in the top middle. This is what you are wearing now. This is the area you're looking at. This typically means, this checkerboard typically means the tabletop or the ground. Usually it's the ground. You move around with WASD. You can aim by using the right mouse button, and he'll just face the direction of the mouse cursor. You can also do that with control. Holding down shift will run. I'm not going to run in here because it's a much too small room. But here's how loot works. There's a cabinet, there's a belt and 2 sheets. I'm going to take the sheets. You can use sheets to make sheet rope. You can use them to make curtains on your windows so zombies can't see you through the windows. You can make bandages out of them. I don't make bandages out of my sheets. They're too valuable otherwise. You can make bandages out of other stuff. You want to use aim as much as you can. It takes something to get used to. But you hit E to interact with the objects. Keep looking around. Looks like my dude isn't even wearing a shirt, which I'm okay with that for now. Don't need it. He's wearing pants. I guess I don't need to take those. Ooh, golf clubs. Taking that. That is a decent weapon, actually. I would prefer to have an axe. Let's equip that guy in both hands. I'm going to take the sheet. And I'm going to rip these pants into bandages. Because if you get scratched or something, you do need to apply bandage to it. Or you'll start bleeding out. And bleeding out's not good. So, nothing else here to take. Okay, let's just basically look around, see what kind of loot's around. These are the different cabinets. There's a refrigerator around here. You'll see it soon. Take some chips. You got to have some food with you. Food is always a very important thing in this game. And here's the fridge. When you spawn into the world, by default, the electricity's still on, and it stays on for I don't know how long. I've not lived long enough for it to go out. But the refrigerator will keep your food fresh. It will spoil in this game. You can see things in here that, let me see, I don't think I have any. Yeah, here we go. An egg, dangerous uncooked. And the way you cook is you just right-click on your stove, turn it on, then you drop the egg onto the stove. And I'll show you how to do that. Let me grab the egg, and then come down here where I can see the stove, and I will put the egg on the stove. And it says a fresh egg. And you just need to keep mousing over it and take it when it's no longer uncooked. I've never cooked an egg before. I've cooked bacon. This is how you do it with bacon. I've never done this with an egg. So hopefully this works. We'll see. This is taking some time. See, while I'm cooking, you can see that this icon pops up over here. It says he's thirsty. You can just right-click on the sink, say drink, go back to checking my egg. And when he's done drinking, thirst will go away. Yep, I'm done with this. I'm going to turn the stove off. Turn off. Go back to the refrigerator. Put my egg in there. Let's get some bacon. We'll fry the bacon. Oddly enough, you do not need the frying pan to fry the bacon, which is something that took me quite a long time to figure out the first time I played through this. And as you can see, it says fresh, uncooked bacon. And this generally takes a minute or so for the bacon. The color kind of changes, the icon will change. See, it's getting more and more red. Hey, the thunder's going. I think that means the rain stopped. So once this bacon's done cooking, we're going to eat and get a food buff, and we're going to head outside and see what kind of loot we can find. There we go. Our bacon is cooked, so we need to turn the stove back off here. So let's do that. Now we've got our golf club equipped. We're going to look around a little bit, see what else we can maybe find that might be useful. Carpentry for beginners, you're going to need that. Magazines, sheets of paper. Let's go back into our bedroom here and let's stash this stuff. We don't need to carry this around with us because it adds weight, and weight is bad. So we're not going to carry both our golf clubs. What we're going to do is, this is an interesting thing that is, I've not found a way around it. You just grab one and then equip it in both hands. It's going to be more effective in both hands. We're going to keep the chips because we might get hungry out there. Ah, see, we're bored and we're hungry, so let's eat the chips. Hopefully that'll make the hunger go away. We're bored. That's okay. We're about to go do some stuff. We'll leave the sheet. Actually, let's take the sheet. And we'll add a sheet to this window. Oh, and see, now my guy has to go outside to do this. I have no idea if there's zombies around. I'm going to close that door. That's one of the bugs that I don't like. I add the sheet from the outside, and it puts it on the inside. And I don't know why it had to walk me around. Oh, see, there. I think there was a zombie around there. So I am going to fail at, I'm going to get a drink, might as well. Close curtain. See, and as you can tell, I didn't click on the window, and it's just one of those little bugs, and I think it's early access. What do you expect? You zoom in and out with the mouse wheel, and as you're looking around, you can't see behind you, so you need to just aim and check around you every now and then. Check around the corners. Yep, see, there was a guy who saw me. I'm going to hit Q, get him to come at me, zoom in a little bit, and you can loot him, see what he's got. Nothing worthwhile. So I'm going to zoom back out. Now, this is where the fun part of the game comes in. You basically walk around trying to find loot. You need to find weapons. You need to find food. You need to find a hammer and nails. You need to find a saw. You need to find an axe to chop down trees, which I don't think you have to have the axe. It'll just take you a while to do chop down trees with other things. And I'm going to remove those curtains. And those just go as a sheet into your bags. And the reason I'm going to remove those is because when I start building my place up as a safe house, I want to cover the windows as best I can so the zombies can't see me while I'm sleeping. Because you do have to sleep in this game. I am going to go catch some sleep. First, I'm going to close my door in case the zombies make it in. I'm going to sleep. And yes, and it's currently 11:30 at night, thereabouts when I started to sleep. Time just goes by extremely quickly. I've never been woken up in the middle of the night by a zombie, so I don't know if you're alert, if you wake up and you have to fight them off, or if you're just screwed. So, like I said, I've never had that happen, and hey, it's 7:50 a.m. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So let's go find us some more loot. I got a feeling I got some visitors. Yeah, I got a couple visitors. They followed me home. I'm going to see if I can sneak up on one. Running away, running away. Oh, I got bit. I think I got bit. Yeah, I'm going to die here, y'all. Hit C to bring up. Oh yeah, my right arm, forearm scratched, head scratched, and upper arm scratched. So you just go to your inventory. Move this out of the way here. Go to my inventory, to my bandages. I think they were on me, not in the bag. I'm gonna apply a bandage to my right forearm. And the progress bar was under the inventory, so it's kind of... Okay, so my guy is critical damage. I may turn into a zombie, guys. I just may. But let's get some food in here, because that will help give you a healing buff. If you look over injured, agony, and see here, see where my mouse cursor is? Slightly fed, short healing and strength boost. Let's eat some ice cream. He's fed. So we'll see how this goes. It's 5 p.m. right now. Maybe he'll heal up while we sleep. We'll see. Frankly, I'm guessing he's a zombie. Oh, it's back to minor injuries. Okay, so he's healing up. There are painkillers. There are beta blockers. I'm not sure what the beta blockers do in the game. There is several out there, several wikis. That kind of explain, okay, sweet, very minor damage, but he's still in agony. I'm not sure what that means exactly. We'll see. Maybe it's just his overall health is down. Sweet, we healed. That's awesome. So here I've drunk my orange soda. Now I can fill the empty pop bottle, which the northerner in me appreciates I'm calling it pop. I guess Midwesterner. It's not soda, it's pop. But it's almost 7 p.m. and I'm hungry. I'm not hungry, rather. I'm fed and I'm starting to get drowsy, so I might read a book. I'm just going to let this guy, I'm going to try to get it as late as I can, maybe 9 or 10 o'clock. Then I'm going to pause the recording, come back and record some more. Hopefully I'll have some carpentry or something to record for you. Just kind of show you how that works. I showed you cooking. It gets a little bit more involved after that. Bacon's about the only thing I've ever done. I've not lived long enough to need to like build a campfire or anything. I'm sure that's in the game, but you have to be really, really good, I'm assuming. So anyway, we'll just call this part 1. We'll do part 2